All right. Disregard the sirens in the background. I don't know what's going on. Some baby mama drama. All right. Got everything out of the way of this monitor. Do as I say, not as I do. I am taking this out with the monitor still charged. I just had this thing on. So right now it's acting as a fully charged big capacitor that would shock the living daylights out of me. Normally you would discharge this with a discharge tool, which I have, but I can't get to the anode cup on the back of it because of the way it's in here. So I gotta take it out charged. I've done it before. Just rule of thumb, it's not something you would typically do. So, all right. There we go. Here is the charged 7000 monitor. Oh, shit. All right. Looks good. I pulled out the RGB cable, so I'm going to have to reattach these. That's okay. I know where they go. But here it is. Here on the ground. All right, let's take a look real quick. I was wrong. I thought this was a 7000 monitor and thought I was 100% sure about that. It's not. It's a 4900, which is pretty slick, actually. 4900 is a later monitor. Excuse me, an earlier monitor. 700's later. But you can see I pulled out the RGB. Geez. Red, green, blue, sync. I can fix all this. It's no problem, but a little bit of a pain here, especially considering how difficult it is to take the monitor in and out. But yeah, this is a 4900. Why did I think this was a 7000? Something about where the pots were. I mean, it was hard to see from the back, so I misidentified it. I misgendered it, and I did not get its pronouns correct. That is definitely, if you can see, that is a 4900, not a 7000. That's fine. I prefer that, actually. I have rebuilt this monitor, this chassis, many times, and I'm always happy to work on another one. But yeah, here's the RGB cord, the Molex there, which connects to the other end. This is the male end, connects to the female end, which runs into the board. Here's the sink. Yeah, this is a sink here. We'll put this up. Sink that will male run into the female, and this will go to the board. Someone had just electrical taped the ends together. What I'll do is probably put something a bit more substantial on. I'll put some wire connectors or something, shrink wrap, something like that, to get these back on. But that's okay. And I'll put these over here. But yeah. Here is the here's the monitor, and it does need to be rebuilt. If it was just me, if it was just me, normally I'd probably say, it looks good enough. It's working okay. Why mess with it? But we're talking about a Space Harrier. I feel like we're not getting the full glory of this game. I feel like we're not getting the full glory of this game with a old, worn out monitor and worn out chassis. It could probably stand to be rejuvenated too. I don't have a rejuvenator. If need be, I could drop another monitor in it, but the color on it's great. I think it's going to be okay without that for now. But yeah, it's a 4900. So I've got flybacks for this thing. Flyback transformer. That's what you see right down there, right there. That you see those white knobs right there for focus and brightness. I've got transformers, flybacks for that. I may even have a cap kit for all I know. Yeah, this thing came right out. Here it is without the monitor in. It's yeah, came out pretty easy. It is charged right now, and I know it's charged on a 4900. 7000 might be self-discharging once it's powered off, but 4900, that thing is charged. I'll get my discharging tool here in a bit and see if I can get it discharged. All right, here's this 4900. And before I go any further with it, I'm going to discharge this thing. So my discharge tool in this application, for this application, in this instance, is nothing more than my screwdriver with a ground wire connected to the frame of the monitor. Done this many, many times, but let's see here. One hand behind the back, wire grounded to the monitor frame under the anode cup. Let's see if we get, yep, there's that snap. That might not sound like much, but that is HV, that is high voltage, and what we are doing is just charging the tube, the cathode ray tube, which is a vacuum tube, and it holds that charge like a capacitor. And it will shock the bejesus out of you, and it will stay charged like that until it is discharged, which you do either with this tool here, or you just have to wait a long time for it to finally discharge. So there's that. And while, ooh, I can still hear it. Still, what I'll do, since I'm under here, is I'll go ahead and pop this anode off. Yeah, I don't know that this has ever been removed from this tube. I'm going to go ahead and, there we go, remove that. It's all got to come off anyway. Yeah, you see this zip tie here? It's not cut. Yeah, this chassis never come off of this model. This chassis has never been serviced. So this is a great example of a nice 4900. It will look great when I'm done with it. A 4900 monitor chassis that's never been serviced. So it's the original caps, the original flyback transformer. So yeah, that's what was in this Space Harrier. Weird. All monitors, the tubes, the chassis that have never been serviced before, have never, or it's been a long time since they've been taken out of a machine, always come out filthy. This is by no means the dirtiest one. You can see here, the dirtiest one that I have seen or cleaned. But cleaning them is not 100% necessary, but it's a good thing to do because you have it out of the game and it's filthy, and it's just a good idea to clean it. Because you're dealing with high voltage, a high voltage device, a device that high voltage flows through, and because you're dealing with electrical components, you have to take a very methodical, calculated, careful, and detailed approach to cleaning a monitor. And I will show you how to do this right now. I'm going to get in all the cracks and the nooks and crannies and get all that junk out of there. That's right, high-tech method of the garden hose method. Get all this good in the front. I'll wipe it down later, but can you do this? Absolutely, you can do it. Only problem with cleaning a monitor this way is you cannot plug it back in until it is absolutely dry, 100% dried out. Have I experienced plugging in a monitor too early while it was still drying? Yes, I have. Is it scary? Yes, it is. Will I allow that to happen in this case? No, I'm going to let it stay outside overnight, 24 hours, before I even bother pulling the chassis and recapping it. But yeah, you can just clean these monitors with a garden hose.